question for you. Are you gonna eat it or not? Guess who? Eat it! I was shaking.
Good morning, everyone.
This morning we are traveling from Rome to Florence, or Roma to Firenze, I think. That is quite the distance, and we are traveling there in about an hour and 15 minutes on this fast train. And then we're gonna spend the afternoon in Florence and then come back later this afternoon. Mind-boggling to me. I have traveled from Rome to Florence before, and it is a long trip. You don't go there for a day trip. At least you didn't in the past, which I am from. This was all arranged for us by Live Italy Tours. Christopher and I have a friend from college named Angelo. Angelo founded Live Italy, and he also co-owns it with his wife. So they've set this whole day up for us. I'm really excited. Their motto is don't just visit Italy, live it. That's what we're doing today, because we are going to see the David, which is my favorite art piece. Me too. And yeah, Parker's very excited. And that's like a typical tourist thing to do in Florence, but also we are going to go to a culinary school, I think, and we are going to learn how to make gelato.
Hi guys, I have a question for you. Are you gonna eat it or not? Guess who? Eat it! I was shaking. I have another question. Is a David a real marble or a fake marble? Real! I have another question for you. We're going to see the David, and we're going to learn how to make gelato. And I'm eating a sandwich right now. Sandwich. That's my sandwich. And bye-bye. Is this actually too?
It's going pretty fast, huh?
Yeah.
How's it going, guys?
Good.
Jacob, you're such a good big brother. You having fun, Duncan?
Look at that.
Daddy's sleeping.
At the best dream ever last night, I was in a hotel. Oh, wait. What's happening? Our friends were like next door to us. We're like so close to Matilda, and like I didn't have any dreams like this, but I was so close to Matilda, and Bailey's like, what? And then we tell Jacob in there, and he's like, what? And then we tell Daddy, and he's like, and then we go look at the screen, and we get to be in it. We go in it, and Daddy's the dancer. Mommy's the pregnant girl. I'm Matilda. We put a wig on me, and then I do a cartwheel, and my wig falls off. But it's taped to my head, so it can't fall off. And then it was so fun. And then Bailey was Lavender. Jacob was the boy who ate all that cake. And our friends were the kids. Then I woke up, and that was the end of my dream.
So this has been a nice ride. I can understand why Christopher fell asleep, because my eyes feel kind of tired too. Oh, hey buddy, sleepyhead.
Yeah, it's not worth it.
How are you doing, handsome?
I'm tired.
How was that nap?
It's never worth it.
It's good. I can just keep going to my mom.
You snored a lot.
Did I really?
No, but that would have been funny.
You guys have a good train
And I
ride?
got juice.
Yeah, what kind of juice?
Apricot.
Explain what apricot juice is like.
It's like you drink a little bit and then it goes.
Why is it doing that to you, Jacob? Is that healthy?
Yeah, really healthy. Yeah, really healthy.
Welcome to Florence. We're here. Train has stopped. I feel well rested. I don't think anybody else does, but I do. I love this city. I can't wait to go explore with the kids, show them all the cool things. Let's do it. So this church here is a little unusual. It used to be a place where they stored grain, and the pillars that hold up the main room are actually hollow inside, and they had these chutes where the people upstairs where the grain was kept would send down grain to the people who had bought it. So they'd buy grain, bring a sack up to the little opening in the chute, and the amount of grain that they purchased would come sliding down and they'd have their grain. And then they converted it to this church. So these are the trash cans here, or some of the trash cans here. They look a little different, so at first we just passed right by them because we didn't know what they were. But what you do is, you step here and it opens up and you put your trash inside. Right, the trash is actually underground in these big cylinders, and then a truck comes along, grabs this thing, lifts it way up into the air, and then dumps it into the back of the truck. That's how it works here. Is that fun? So much fun. The fountain that's behind me there, it's kind of like the Trevi fountain in that people make a wish to come back to the city. But instead of throwing a coin, you touch the fountain if you want to come back to the city, and then you can also make a wish by putting a coin inside the boar's mouth, and it falls out of the mouth, and if it falls in the grate between the boar's feet, then your wish will come true. And you get 3 chances to do that.
So now you concentrate, make a wish in your mind, and then let it go. Now you pick it up again, so you get 3 tries hoping that it goes in the grid. Okay, concentrate again. Very good. Jacob, think about it.
There you go.
Another
Almost.
Almost, we get 2 more tries. Another time. I'm sure we can also do it. Try another time. Sometimes whenever you don't go well. Okay, let's concentrate. Good. Let it go. Very good.
Yay! How many chances did you try?
4.
4? Okay, we'll say 3. We'll just say 3. Yeah.
We gave Parker a bonus.
It didn't go all the way in the hole, so I just pointed it in.
Oh, you just pushed it in there? Parker's taking control of his destiny.
This square is Piazza della Signoria, and it's one of the most famous piazzas in Italy, and it must be the most famous
in the world, they say.
The most famous in the world. So you guys probably already know about this one.
This is one of the largest collections of statues in an open-air exhibition. Basically, the Medici family thought it was important that everybody be able to see beauty. So they had this area made up with all these beautiful statues. 3 of the statues are now replicas, but everything else is originals. And it's so cool. It's so anybody can come here and just see all this wonderful art. You may notice the David here. That is a copy of the real David, but that's where the real David used to stand. And they decided to move it inside of a museum. We're going right now?
Yes!
How excited are you about gelato?
I'm super excited.
His son can.
So there's Horsey right there.
And the face of the other one.
That's the banana ice cream the kids made. Oh, that's quite the sample.
Florence used to be a Roman city. It was part of the Republic of Rome. But unlike in Rome, where you see a lot of the architecture from that time, the ancient architecture, here it's all newer architecture. And it's very hard to find a place that has some of the actual Roman stone. A lot of the original city is like 12 feet below us. But there's a shop here. Right now it's a designer shop. I think it's -PN/P is what it says on the door. In there they have a glass floor, and down below the floor you can actually see some of the original Roman stones.
This is your ultimate restaurant because do you know what it's called?
What?
It's called the Yellow Bar.
So if you visit here from the States, you might be surprised that the pizza shows up at your table not cut, and you cut it yourself. You can ask them to cut it for you, but you cut your own pizza here, and that's just how they serve it.
And you can cut it into slices, or you can eat it with a fork and knife. People do either here. You're doing great, Christopher. You got this.
Thank you.
In some places they do it in different ways. Like in Naples, they'll actually just fold their pizza into fours and eat it as a wedge that's been folded into fours. The pasta here is handmade, and it's made from a special flour that is an ancient grain. So it's not a pure white because they're made of these special ancient grains. This ravioli is a butter and sage ravioli with some Parmesan. And here's a gnocchi.
This is Il Duomo. Here, it is a beautiful, very elaborate cathedral. It took 170 years to build, but the first stone that was laid on Jacob's birthday. Not 8 years ago, but it was September 8th, which is Jacob's birthday. So Jacob, you share a birthday with this cathedral. How cool is that? After I came here the first time, I told Jessica that I studied art. I loved art and art history. And so I'd seen lots and lots of pictures of the David. And it is a beautiful statue in print, but seeing it in person, it's how it's meant to be seen, and it is so amazing and so moving, and there's just no way to express it any other way than seeing the actual one. Even seeing the copy of it that they put where this used to be, it doesn't do it a justice at all. There's something about it that's just amazing.
I cannot believe that we just went from Rome to Florence and back to Rome in one day, and it's still light out. I am exhausted. I'm like so tired. The day was great, but I'm definitely like feeling tired. And we still have to do dinner. So I'm gonna power through it. Let's go.
All right, we are back at our hotel in Rome now, and I've gotta say that was an amazing day trip. I really, really like the tour. I feel like with Live Italy tours, it doesn't feel like you're listening to a history lecture the whole time. It's more like an old friend of yours who moved away to another country is meeting up with you and showing you all around the city, and today was a really good example of that. Our tour guide was so cool. She showed us all these cool things. She was very knowledgeable, but it was much more of like a back and forth, like more of a conversation. And she showed us stuff like, oh, here's where I buy my fruit. Here's where I buy fish. You can only get it this time of year. Here's where I get this. She actually lives there. So it was really cool to have her showing us around and just talking to us, having a meal with us. It was awesome. So if you were gonna go to Italy, I highly recommend that you book a tour, at least one tour with Live Italy. I think Live Italy really does a good job with their motto, which is, don't just visit Italy, live it. Hi. Let's talk about what we learned today. We learned what Parker dreams about. And what I look like when I'm dreaming. We learned how fun trash can be. And finally, we learned all about Piazza della Signoria. But it's the most famous piazza in the whole world, so you probably already knew all about it. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time. Put the spoon on the side, though, because lift the spoon up. There you go. Now you can see. Okay, you need about 92 more. A little more.
Oh.
Perfect.
Okay.